The Business Application Modeler, or BAM, allows you to generate the data model necessary for the streaming of data from the database to the report engine. By using a default BAM project, you also generate a small application that allows you to validate your data model by streaming the data to a selected report template or report design. This video shows you the steps for generating and testing your data model. While the Java programming language is the language used, the general process is the same for C# and PHP. To get started, create a new Java project. Select File, New. In the item selection dialog that opens, select Java, BAM Java Project. Enter a name for your project in the Project Name field. This name will become the name of the project workspace file. Specify the project directory in the Location field and click OK to create the project and save it to the selected project directory. Add your database metaschema file under the Database node in the project tree. Right-click on the Database node and select Add Files. Browse for your metaschema file and click Open. The metaschema file must have a .4db extension, like the one you see here that's provided with the sample project. If you need to create the database schema, you can learn how by watching additional videos provided in our training portal. Each table you wish to include in your data model must have the active property set. To configure the property, double-click the metaschema to open the file in the Metaschema Manager. In the Database Structure view, select each table you wish to include and ensure the active property is selected in the Properties view. You can hold down the Control key as you select the tables to easily set multiple tables as active at the same time. Save your changes to the metaschema when you're finished. The next step is to create the data model diagram, a file with a .4rdj extension that provides a graphical representation of your data model. Select File, New. In the item selection dialog that opens, select Java, Report Data from Database, and click OK to open the new record wizard. In the column selection page, select the database and table columns to include in the record. The record defines the data that will stream one record at a time to the report engine. When selecting the tables, you must start with the table that will contain the unique key for the on every row output. In this example, there are tables for accounts and orders, where an account can have many orders. When you include fields from both tables in each row, it's the primary key from the orders table that makes each record unique. In the column selection page of the wizard, you must first start with a column from the orders table. Once you have moved at least one column into the selected fields list, it sets the master table to orders, which in turn specifies the unique field for on every row. Click Next to continue. In the Query Creation page, define the Join, Where Clause, and Order By criteria for the data model. The Join criteria is automatically populated if the relationships between the selected tables have already been defined in the metaschema. In the Order By section, you must define how the data will be ordered as it streams to the report engine. If you wish to group your report, use the grouping criteria to help identify your Order By selections. Click Finish. A business record is created and displayed in a .4rdj tab. Select File, Save As, and save the .4rdj file. Add the file to the Data Source Lib library node, and save the file to your Project Dir source directory. Selecting the right name in this step is important. The name of the .4rdj file becomes the name of the Java source, which ultimately becomes the name of the Java class. Choose a name that follows Java class naming conventions. Save the changes to your project. Once you create and save the data model diagram, you build the library node containing the diagram to create the data model schema file and the Java data model. The data model schema file is added to a report designed to provide details about the data model. It identifies the data structure and hierarchy. The report designer using this file has all the information about the data without the need to have an actual database connection. The Java data model, generated in the language specified by the language property, is source code containing memory classes to extract, serialize, and stream the data to the report. These files are the source that can be included as a library in your bespoke applications. If necessary, they can be customized through the addition of custom code. You can now use your generated data model to create a report design. Genero Studio for Report Writer provides a list of report templates to speed the process. Select File, New, Report from Template, and select a report template that suits your needs. In the Schema Location field, select the schema created earlier. The Schema Root field in the Schema section populates automatically, as there is only one schema root for a generated data schema. Repetitions represent the hierarchy of data, as defined in the Order By clause in the query used to extract the data. Once added to a report design document, these repetitions are identified by report triggers, nodes in the report structure that specify how the data is to be grouped. The Rows field is automatically set to the record defined in the data schema. Click Next. Add fields from the Available Fields column to the Selected Fields column. On the Variables page, modify the placeholders as you like and click Finish to create the report. Select File, save Untitled.4rp as, and save the file to the Project Dir source directory and the Project Designs node. Run the Report Launcher application to test your generated data model and view the new report. Right-click the Report Launcher node and select Execute. In the Select Archive or Directory Containing Data Model Classes field, browse for the directory containing the class files. If your library isn't listed, click the Directory button to browse for the directory. For class files in an unnamed package, specify the directory that contains the class files. For class files in named packages or mixed, specify the directory that contains the root package, the first package in the full package name. The Select Data Model Class to Run combo box populates with possible classes to use. Select the name of the class to use as the data model. In the Select Report Design field, select the report to run from the combo box. If your report isn't listed, click the Add button to locate and add your report. Click Run and the report displays. The report may require some formatting to improve the appearance, but it should display and be populated with data. You can learn more about formatting a report by watching additional videos provided in our training portal.